Well, we are back once again, Stephen. How are you doing today?
Let's ask the sound check there. Pliskin runs at it. Can we get a sound check?
Sound check is always good.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I think I can hear you.
Well, I know you can, but these fine folks, I'm not sure. Hello? All good. All right, we can get on the show.
It's a game designed for this type of stick, so we'll try it out.
So
today.
first of all, everyone.
Now, right now, I'm using the 12 rotation gate on here.
It is.
There is also an 8.
We got a lot of
that you
people
can
in
swap
the chat
the tops,
here already.
but I have the 12 position on right now.
He's on time.
The joystick
tonight.
also
Yes,
has push and pull function, but I'm just using the joystick and rotation for this video
today with
and
me.
the buttons here. Now, again, this is a pre-production prototype, so I'm expecting some type of glitches potentially with the joystick or the firmware. That's also pre-production. That's why I'm doing this testing. I just figured, you know what? I'm about to show you guys the testing as I'm playing the game anyway. I'm also going to do this with just 1 quarter per game. So I don't want this to be a very long video. But let's see how we do. So let's take a look at Heavy Barrel from Data East.
Working
the coin.
Let's
start it up.
98 here. We have
see how
Steps
we
Gaming. Welcome. I haven't seen you in about an hour and a half, Steps. Welcome here.
We're on her show.
Yep. Apicus is here. Who else do we get? Zero Redux is here. Trump or Die.
So we have our joystick working here, as you can see.
Gaming.
And we can rotate
Gaming is here.
all the way around here.
Welcome.
As we wish.
Welcome to the show.
So let's get it on.
It's been a long week, but at least here in the States, it's a 3-day weekend. We have off this Monday.
Too, yeah.
Oh, you have it up there too?
Yeah, Labor Day exists up here too.
It does.
Yes,
really?
It does. Yes. So I just want to give a shout out to JLS Gaming. He saw my Facebook post of my arcade setup, and it's basically the same setup in a sense. That was pretty funny. So he's like we're brothers or something. I was like, yeah, maybe, sure, whatever.
There we go.
So what else we got here?
Well, it looks like still a goof up in there. I just fixed it. I had one of my the other stream coming over, but I think it's
the
fixed
dual
too.
audio. Okay.
Dual audio. I think the dual audio. I always have to screw something up, guys. Come on, you know that. I have to do something here. But finally. Yeah, I always screw something up. You know what the problem is? In OBS, there are so many buttons, so many switches.
I have this stupid Stream Deck, and I'm out of buttons, so I got to do it all by hand. So apologies, but we're good now. It only took the first minute this time versus like 10 minutes.
We're good. We're at some kind of record somewhere on the planet. This is what it is.
We're trying to help. So first of all, again, go.
Shoot. Go ahead.
You, Steven.
No.
Please, you go.
I insist.
Well, I just want to say
Did
thank
you watch
everyone.
Indiana Jones? I saw Indiana Jones. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, I did, and again, I think Dial of Destiny was still better than
Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skulls. That's.
Oh yeah. By a long shot.
Yeah, I mean that's I have to admit, but it still was a bad movie. But it was better than Crystal Skulls. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. I just thought the story was a little drunk driver-ish all over the road. It was kind of like there's missed opportunities. They should have brought a little Asian fella there. What do they call him?
Short
not
round.
Rimshot.
Short round. Short round.
Yeah.
You call him Dr. Jones.
You cheat, Dr. Jones.
And you know what? He probably would have did it for $5 just to be back in the franchise.
Well, he was on the movie. Did you see the Everything Everywhere All at Once or
I
whatever?
did, and that was pretty good.
He did a great job there. So I think in the end, you're like, I didn't mind the Dial of Destiny, but I just thought the whole thing was just, It was just, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put
in the chat. I know. Steps Gaming said she enjoyed Dial of Destiny. Again, it was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't Crystal Skull terrible.
And you know what? I will appreciate it again being better than Crystal Skull because I hate living a franchise off in a bad way, and Crystal Skull kind of did that for me. So I think overall it was better than it. But I still don't think it was a very good film.
No, I don't think it was great, but it was tolerable, I guess. Is it memorable? If you asked me what happened in it, I'd be like, I don't know if I remember all of it.
Like episode 7, 8, and 9, it's just a nightmarish blur. I remember 7 a little bit more because 7 was A New Hope. If you can remember New Hope, you remember episode 7.
Yeah. So Paul asked an interesting question.
Okay.
He hasn't watched Ahsoka yet, but does it suck? And
no, I don't think it sucks.
So the first two, you're 2 episodes in, right, Glenn?
I'm 2 episodes in, and I will say that I'm a big fan of Rebels. I've talked about it. I'm a big fan of Rebels, so I enjoy the characters. I thought that the first 2 episodes could have been done in one 20-minute episode versus how long it was. I thought it dragged on a little bit. But you saw episode 3.
I saw episode 3, and that had Star Wars written all over it. It was very Star Wars-ish, if you will. I really, really enjoyed it. I think they're doing a good job. I think the casting is spot on, meaning Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka and the girl that plays Sabine and Chopper. I mean, who doesn't like Chopper?
Chopper's awesome. I have to admit,
it's great. Like, it's awesome. Like, he has a little attitude, and it's great. And you're going to see the 3rd episode. I don't want to spoil it, but I thought it was really good. It was too short, but it was good.
Well, I just like seeing the characters again. Now, the characters themselves were in Star Wars, oh my God, Rogue One. There's the ship. I forgot the name of the ship that they fly around in, but the ship was there.
The name of it too.
And Chopper was in a scene in the background. The Ghost. Okay, so the Ghost.
Oh, that's right.
The Ghost was over Scarif. It was over Scarif. You saw it. And Chopper was in the background. So
yeah, I did see it. He wheeled his butt around.
So that was kind of cool. Yeah. They did that. So I'm a fan of this. So I just feel like the first.
So far, so good. I think.
That's I'm giving it a fair shake. It's definitely better than out of the gate over Kenobi and also the one with Book of Boba Fett. That was just, what the frig were they doing?
Yeah, and you know what? I think if they can keep this momentum and put in that Star Wars vibe that we all love and tell new stories, they're going to nail it, in my opinion. So, yes, thumbs up with Ahsoka. So far, so good. We'll see how it plays out next week. I think you'll like the 3rd episode, Glenn. I think you'll really enjoy
I know they probably do this type of flashbacks with Anakin in there, which I think is kind of good. I still think Disney's still missing the mark. You do a movie or a series on Vader from episode 3 to 4, that right there, you're going to have everyone signing on to your service, everyone watching it. Unless he takes off his helmet and you find out it's a woman, because, Disney might do that. But
yeah, you never know.
We all want to see Vader. We want to see him go apeshit on everyone. Just start cutting people down for, you want a candy bar? Now you're a candy bar.
Yeah. Well, there's people theorizing that the mask guy we spoke about a little bit is the guy from the series. Well, his name is Sam Witwer, that played Starkiller, and he speaks in the 3rd episode. Not long lines, just a little line. But people are thinking.
Does he call it? Does he say like Star-Lord says, "Call me Starkiller"?
No, he basically responds to a call, not a call, but like another ship or whatever. I don't want to give too much away, but it's great. It's awesome. Like I don't know. I just think they're doing a good job with it so far. So
like I said, I've only seen.
It's
2
not
episodes.
woke, which is good. Sorry,
I
had to say that.
I mean, you have to give this series at least a chance. It's only 3 shows in. Even well, that's not true. The Mandalorian kind of went out of the gate, I think, pretty well. I think it caught people's attention.
Season 3 was a little.
Season 3 was horrible. Let's not beat around the bush.
Well, it wasn't horrible, but it was
Season 3
okay.
sucked of the Mandalorian. It did.
They didn't end it very well, in my opinion. So it's like, but so far so good with Ahsoka. Dave Filoni is, in my opinion, playing his cards right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so at least that's one reason to keep Disney Plus around for a smidgen longer. Steve and I were just talking before the show, and about you guys out there. Let me know your thoughts. But I originally had gone to DirecTV's streaming service. It was $30 a month years ago. And I stayed with them for a while, and they went up to like $50. I'm like, you know what? You're done. Then I went over to Google TV, $30. I'm like, all right. And now they're pushing me for like $80 as well. And I'm like, you know what? You're just as bad as the cable companies. I only want the streaming service for local channels I watch once in a while. I don't watch much TV. So I'm thinking about just killing all my streaming services because I don't watch them. No one watches them. How do you guys feel about this?
My kids don't know what a commercial is anymore at all.
Well, that's funny because all the streaming services I'm on still send commercials through. So I'm paying for a streaming service and I get commercials all the time.
Yeah, no. My kids don't know what a commercial is. They see it and they're like, what's this? How dare you interrupt my movie or TV show or whatever. So, a theory is that is actually Ezra Bridger.
But he's not supposed to be back. It could be, I guess, but he's not supposed to be back yet. And why would he be on the side against Sabine and Ahsoka? Unless he's brainwashed, I guess. But it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, he's becoming a Jedi.
I could see Starkiller.
Yeah, I could see Starkiller, him being trained secretly by Vader and all that stuff, and we'll see. I just hope we get another Luke Skywalker moment where everybody loses their minds. That's what I want to see.
As long as he doesn't drink any blue milk out of a space rhinoceros's boob, then okay.
You're good. Yeah, you're good with it. As long as it doesn't get weird, and we're doing all right there. So. Let's see. He watches Pliskin watches Pluto TV.
Yeah,
I watch that.
I have Pluto TV and Tubi. I do, with his commercials in them for sure.
I was watching. What was the channel? It was like Growing Pains 24/7.
Well, that's kind of like Pluto TV. You get a channel, and that's kind of all they show. The only problem I have with at least Pluto TV is the guide is like horrid, but it's free. I mean, should I really complain about it?
Yeah.
But the guide is just horrible.
Yeah,
I actually had a Sling box when they first came out, and the box you basically connected your broadband and you put a little IR in front of the TV set, and it would stream your TV
over the internet.
Yeah, but I'm not doing.
I have a Plex server, which I have my library of stuff, and they basically I can watch it on my phone, whatever, anywhere. I had to rip a bunch of my stuff, so I don't know what to do with these HD DVDs, but I'll figure something out.
It's a collectible like anything else, man. Don't get rid of it.
Can't get rid of collectibles. No. I had speakers. I had tried to get rid of speakers. I couldn't even get rid of them. I give them away. I have these, what do they call them? Mach 2 speakers, Japanese-made Mach 2 speakers. Glenn, I can't even give them away. And I had to bug my buddy Steve to take them. I was like, here. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll take them. I was like, yeah, just get them out of here. I couldn't pawn them off to anybody. It's like pretty sad. So what is it? Paramount Plus?
Yeah, Paramount Plus is another one. Not to change subject gears, just make sure I don't forget. So September 22nd through the 24th, I'll be at the Cleveland Gaming Expo. So make sure if you guys are in the area, look me up. Actually, I think Michael B, the Game Genie, and I are sharing a table together. So, and mine's a kissing booth, by the way. So come by, get some free Glenn kisses when you come by.
That got weird real fast, you know that?
But hey, some people want autographs. I'm going to give out the G kisses, Glenny kisses.
YouTube's going to whip out the ban hammer because you said that. So who else we got here?
Well, Hobby Hands joined.
Yep.
See who else we got here.
The Phantom and the Net Laser Disc this week. What's the Phantom again?
The Phantom?
What is it? Yeah, Hobby Hand says I picked up the Phantom and the Net.
Oh, the movie.
The Laserdisc movies. Yeah. What's is that the movie with the guy that was on Titanic?
The Phantom mask? No, no. Phantom is his purple outfit.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm talking about. The guy from Titanic, the rich asswipe.
Yes.
Played that guy, didn't he?
Yes.
I forget his name.
Yeah, if you watched Defenders of the Earth, Flash Gordon, Defenders of the Earth, he's one of the characters in there.
Oh, is he?
The purple outfit with the black like raccoon mask on.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget what his name really is, but it's the dude from Titanic that played the rich fiance of what's her face there that posed naked there. I forget that one. And yes, it was an old comic book. Okay, and the Net, that's with Sandra Bullock, isn't it?
Which movie?
The Net.
The Net, yes.
Sandra Bullock movie, yeah. Billy Zane, yes. Bill's Retro Gaming Show, he got it. Billy Zane. That's fun to say that name, Billy Zane. Not too many people have I don't know. It's fun to say it. Rolls off the tongue pretty good.
It's probably not his real name. It's a stage name.
I guess so. The Mummy. Was he in the Mummy also?
I'm trying to remember now if he was. I think he was.
Oh, yeah. He played I won't say the Iranian guy, but you know what I mean? The bad guy or whatever. Yeah. Okay. He's an okay actor. I haven't seen him in years, though.
No. So bring us real quick, too. Since Michael B is doing the shilling, I'm going to do some shilling. Shilling myself. Let me bring this over here if I can find it now. Let's see.
So for the past 16 minutes, you've been watching Glenn play with his stick.
I have. So if you guys, I'm sure you guys. And he wants
you to buy it too at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys know already, but we have pre-orders open for the GRS limited edition Super Joystick, with the Ikara Warriors and SNK Blessing and License. So with this joystick, you can play games like Ikara Warriors, Zybots, Heavy Barrel. Hold on 1 second. Yes, sir. Can I help you? Oh, let's get the camera on my son. He's here. Oh, he just took off. Colt came out for a minute and took off.
That's one way you're going to get rid of him. Hey, you're going to be on the show.
That's it. So the period is open right now. We're looking to ship these in November. But if you want to play games like that right, it's $79.99. Includes 3 different tops for different types of games. But if you are a fan of Ikara Warriors, Frontline, Zybots, Time Soldiers.
It all works with those.
All those. And even games like Arkanoid and Breakout and Tron, because one of the tops I include is a free spinning top, and it acts like a rotary spinner. So that's over at the T-Sticks. If you type in thunderstickstudios.com.
So what is it, a 4-way or an 8-way joystick?
It is an 8-way joystick, but we do include an 8-way and a 4-way restrictor gate on the bottom. But that is a physical one. You need to actually pull on, put off. But the TOS GRS Tron gauge switcher, the powered one, does fit on the bottom of it. And you could, in theory, add it to it.
Make it 4-way.
To make it, automatically.
Yeah.
But most people probably keep it in 8. But if you do want to use it for your main joystick, you might want to have it for games like Burger Time and Pac-Man.
For my arcade machine, it's a joystick that you pull, and click, and then it becomes 4-way, and then you pull and click the other way to.
Correct. Right. This does not do
both,
that.
but
I don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So Will asked a quick question here. Does it work with the SNK Anniversary on Switch out of the box? I don't know if it works on the Switch. On Steam, we have a firmware upgrade you do, and it makes it fully compatible with the Steam version. As far as a Switch goes, I guess that testing would tell. Again, the joystick has a single USB connector on it, so it does the joystick, the buttons, and mouse or keyboard or hat through the one connector. So it's USB, so it'll work, but the program has to make sure they know what to do with the information. So as long as someone writes code to support it, and I'm willing, and T6 is willing to work with developers to make sure that it's compatible. So the answer, Will, is I don't know until people start connecting it and finding out. I really can't answer that one. See, here's the thing. Hobby Hands played Ikara Warriors on the Commodore 64, and that's how most people played it. But that's a shoot in the direction you're going type of game, and that's not how the game should be. You should be able to run left, turn, and throw grenades in their face facing right. It is correct. It's only USB connector, Paul. That is correct. Yes, Stephen.
Has that joystick like this ever been done before?
There was one built before, but it was a lot more expensive. I want to say close to $160, $70. And it wasn't USB. It was like a JAMA type of connector on it.
Okay, gotcha.
But we have, like I said, the stick, but as well, it could be acting as a spinner or a keyboard shortcut. There's a lot of advanced features built in. This is literally, no joke, the most advanced joystick on the market. That's not like a force feedback joystick, because obviously force feedback is a little more advanced than this, but it still got it on there.
I may have to swap out my my regular joysticks for one of these, or at least one of them to play Ikara Warriors on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, when I like Ikara Warriors. You know, I also like TNK. You know, the tank game.
Frontline's my favorite one out of the bunch, but yeah.
And we had to make a special daughter board just to make that work, to make sure that it was going to work. Frontline, because if we go into the thing, if you see the pictures on here, it should be.
Frontline was a rotary thing, and you tapped it on the top.
Yep, and then this does as well. So this joystick, you can push down and pull up. So that option is also built in. You could think of it as my push-pull spinner in here as well. I'm trying to find what's the picture I'm looking for.
Epkus is asking if there's going to be a regular edition coming.
Probably at some point. Right now, since we have the license with SNK, this is all for them right now. But once SNK decides that they don't want to renew the license, we will come out with a standard edition. But then that box won't have any artwork on it. It'll be a very different look. But if you want to have the look of, you know, the nice design like this on the box and be able to use that as your controller, this is the one you want to get. And I'm still shocked my team got it to $79.99 with paying SNK a license. That's kind of crazy. I haven't played this game. So this game uses, I guess that uses the same type of stick. I've never even played this one.
I don't even know how many there are that use that joystick, other than...
There's about 12 that I know of, maybe 13 now. Okay. Zybots. Like I said, you can even use like Forgotten Worlds, because you could put in the free spin stick and use it as a spinner on there. I think we just got a super chat from Zero Redux. Pull this up right here. Since we're talking about GRS products, I hate that 1UP's Tron stick trigger does your flight stick offer a better experience. I hate the 1UP stick trigger. Well, I will say that if they didn't rip off my Tron joystick and actually used mine, you probably had a better experience with the Tron stick. So I'm sorry about that. But I would say I'll leave it down to the community to answer that question. Do you feel that my controllers, my buttons, and everything are worth it? Put a 1 down in the chat for yes, and a 0 down.
That's not even a fair question.
Well, it's up to them. I expect people to be honest.
No, meaning it's going to be like a landslide for you.
Well, maybe, but it does.
Not because they love you, but
no, I want the honest thing.
Right. People, being honest.
If people feel like my controllers are quality stuff and have a good feel, put a 1. If you feel like no, Glenn, it's basic arcade 1UP quality, put a 0. And we'll
no butt kissing. No butt
kissing. No butt kissing.
Here.
Honest answers. My friends out here, I expect honesty from everyone. You know, if you can't be honest with your friends, who could you be honest with?
Yeah, exactly.
So I hope this answers your question. So far, we've had all ones, no zeros. And to be honest, what I tell everyone, I've said it before, is I'm a gamer. I'm not a businessman. I'm a gamer. And this is stuff that I want for me. When I had gotten my first prototype of my Ikara Warrior stick, I was about ready to pull a few hairs out of my head that I had left because it was horrible. It didn't work right. It was annoying. It was frustrating. And my team was like, we don't understand. It worked for us. I'm like, well, it sucks. You can't sell this. And they went back to the drawing board, and now it works great. The biggest complaint I had originally was when you moved like your Ikara Warrior, you have 8 positions, right? So each click, he turns his arm. Every once in a while, it would go from here right to there. It would just jump. And they said it was just a bug in MAME, Well, they fixed it. So whether it was a bug in MAME, I don't think so because MAME hasn't changed, and it works properly now. So
oh, that's cool.
I'm very happy with it, and I'm more happy that SNK knows about me, my products, and are very happy with this stick. Because, again, when you're playing these games, if you haven't played it with the proper stick, you haven't played these games the right way. And I'm dying for people to start playing Heavy Barrel, Time Soldiers, Ikara Warriors, TNK, Frontline, my game. Now, Steven, there's a ColecoVision behind you right now.
Yep.
Right? Up until this gets released in November, the only way I felt you can really play Frontline was with the Super Action controllers on the ColecoVision. That was the only game system that came at least close.
Close. That's right. It wasn't great, but it was close.
Basically, what you did with the Super Action controller was you have a joystick on top, and you had 4 buttons. Top button, move your arm one way. The bottom button, move your arm the other way. Then it was shoot and grenades. And that was the only way to play Frontline up until this comes out. And even 720 Eric is badass. It's a great game. But it's just like...
I still remember playing it like it was yesterday at the arcade. Like it was a lot of fun, and
it was
the way
funny.
It died was pretty funny.
When I was playing in the arcade, there must have been a short somewhere. Because when you press down to launch a grenade, there must have been... I got shocked. I would get shocked every time I launched a grenade. There must have been like a bad ground on it, and I kept getting nailed with it.
That's funny.
But
so when is this coming out? Is this out now? Or
no, the pre-order is now, $79, and it will start shipping in November. So not too much longer for it.
Right.
I am expecting, I'm not a shiller, but I am going to be honest, I'm going to get some review units, and there are YouTubers. I basically asked two things of them. One, just do a review within 30 days of receiving it, which I think is pretty fair. And the other is, be honest. If you have a problem with it, if something you don't like, I want you to be honest.
Say it.
Yes. And the people who I picked, I think, have always been brutally honest. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But, if there is a issue or a problem, if it's something we can fix in firmware, we'll fix it. But I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to send it out to these reviewers, and they're going to be like, this is good.
Holy crap.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yep.
That's what you want.
The only person who hasn't answered me yet is Metal Jesus Rocks. We've talked a couple of times. I hope he does answer. I would like him to do a review of it as well, because he plays so many different games.
Well, he has an arcade MAME cabinet too, so
he does.
It's not like you're sending him something he's never going to use and it's just stay in a box in a corner.
Right. But sometimes people don't want these type of controllers. They just want to sit down and play with a regular controller. But I hope he does answer, because again, I've been talking to him for a number of years now, and he's always said no, and I passed it off to one of his friends, like Drunken Master Paul, who's hysterical. If you haven't seen Drunken Master Paul, you got to watch some of his stuff. And he makes great beverages before every show, so he's a worthy watch. But I would like to see Metal Jesus to try it out and experience it. But I've already got everyone else lined up, so as soon as these come in, you will see some reviews coming out from these channels, and I want them to say, hey, it's a good product, or this is garbage. I want people to give honest answers, because I want you guys to have the right expectations. I think right now it's what I would want. Right now it's working in a way that I love it. I'm happy with it. The same way I was with my 1977 Space Opera controller and my 1982 flying in the computer on a motorcycle controller. All the stuff we've done, I wouldn't allow to be shipped until I was happy with it. And that's where I am with this. And also the Viper, for people who want to know, I got a few of those out in the field with people testing that as well. Because even though it's basically done. I want people who know Batacera, people who know SBCs to come back and say, Glenn, yeah, this is solid. We like it. Or Glenn, there's a problem. Well, let's fix it. I don't want to be like other companies that just ship out the door. You take out the box and half the stuff doesn't work, or your expectations.
And the support's out the window too.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
They just don't want to help a person out that's having trouble with it. So is the GRS boomstick coming out, or is it already out? Or
no, the boomstick right now.
I'm just calling it that because I think it's the best marketing name.
Well, first of all, I want to say hi to Lily. I want to say hi. I always appreciate when she comes in. I understand everyone's got to work, but I appreciate you coming in. And of course, we have GLS here and everyone else. But I just want people to get something to have the right expectation. I'm excited about it. When you get it, I want you to be like, holy crap, this thing's awesome. I'm playing these games again. I love it, and that's what I want. And if someone's not happy with it, I want to get it fixed. I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't think it's too much to ask.
Good idea. So Hobby Hand's asking you the Viper. What's
well, it's a slightly different Viper. It's a Viper, like a snake. But no, I definitely took inspiration from that too, because I do love my Battlestar Galactica. So, but that Viper is very copyright, where a snake is not. So we went with the snake Viper.
Yeah, there's Viper and Vipe RE.
Oh,
just the way you spell it.
That's also true.
Yeah, so spelling. I guess whatever.
As long as it's not Tory spelling, we'll let that go. No Tory spelling.
So what's playing at the theater? Anything good playing at the theater these days?
I don't think so.
Did you go see Oppenheimer?
No. We wanted to see that.
I want to see that.
We wanted to see that. I know it's a 3-hour film. They said the first hour.
Is it 3 hours?
3 hours. The first hour, they said, kind of dragged. The second hour was a good hour, and then the third hour kind of dragged. So it kind of scared me away from it a little bit.
Interesting.
Protected by Viper. Stand back. So why don't you guys put down in the chat, like, what are your, I don't know if we can say expectations, but are you guys excited? Well, I got a super chat coming in already. Whoop. From Stringer Films. Glenn makes retro gaming better and faster. Thanks, G.
Easier.
Easier? See, I'm not wearing my glasses. Hold on.
Easier.
I
got mine right here. That's why I wear them.
I brought my glasses, I thought down, and I probably brought them back upstairs. Not that I ever wear them anyway. Stringer Films, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And we still have some nice things coming down the pipeline. There's going to be some nice announcements, I know, from New Wave Toys, which I'm kind of excited about coming up at the gaming convention. Now, Steven, you never came down to one of these conventions down here, have you? I know you with Xbox, you used to come down, right?
I used to go to E3 every other year. And I went to E3, I think, about 8 times.
Steven, how about this? You see this?
The new G.I. Joe beat 'em up, Wrath of Cobra? No.
You haven't seen that? It looks pretty good. It reminds me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but with
the new one,
the G.I. Joe characters. Now, I personally would have. I'm not going to be hated for this. I would rather have seen another animated movie with them. I enjoyed G.I. Joe and Cobra, especially Cobra Commander. I loved.
What do you think of the live action ones?
They sucked.
They reminded me of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, they weren't very good in my order.
They just thought that. So you're asking me about conventions.
Yes.
So I've been to PAX when it was just called PAX, not PAX East, West, all that stuff. It was, or PAX Prime is what it's known now in Seattle. Went to that a couple times. So I love conventions, but for me to get out there, it's a hell of an expensive plane ticket to get down there. So I have to fly from the Great White North to Toronto to wherever. And, and that's it. So you got another super chat of the same thing?
I think you might have. Stringer Films doing it again, so thank you. Appreciate it.
He's got it on repeat. Don't spend your money too far there.
Now, I do remember hearing something about this, about a Transformers crossover. I know in the comics. I remember in the comics.
Well, isn't at the end of the last Transformers a little G.I. Joe hint there? Or
you think I watched the new Transformers? I don't watch
the one with the beasts or whatever.
I do not watch those new pieces of garbage. No,
it's the same crap.
Don't watch them.
I don't know.
It was corny, and it just, again, it wasn't G.I. Joe, and that's what I hate what they do with these films. You have an expectation of a property. Use the name, and then it's got really nothing to do with it at all. And I just don't tolerate. I don't tolerate that anymore. I won't. I won't.
So
do
Zero
it.
Redux said that. So the agent showed his GI Joe card at the end of the movie of the last Transformers, the Beasts or whatever.
Beast. Okay.
So yeah. So GI Joe is at the end of Transformers, and it's the whole Hasbro universe, I guess we'll call it.
But again, I would love to see something. I would like to see stuff
What is
like
it?
that.
HSU? No, HCU? Hasbro Cinematic Universe?
I would like to see stuff like that, but you got to make it like it was in the animated series. I almost
they got to make it better.
I'd rather see it animated because I think they would do a better job. Like when you look at DC animated universe,
yeah,
they're great, great.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go to live action, crap.
Yeah. You know what animated? If you guys haven't seen this animated, we'll call it a miniseries,
right?
Arcane. Watch that.
Okay.
Do yourself it's on Netflix, I do believe. The animation style is incredible.
Do you remember watching a show called Inhumanoids?
No.
It was in the early '90s. Inhumanoids. I think it only
Watch
it definitely
Reboot.
lasted one season.
Watch Reboot. A reboot. But yeah, watch Arcane. Do yourself everybody here, do yourselves a favor, go watch Arcane. It is incredible. It's based on the video game world of what the hell is it? I forget what it is. It's not Justice League. League of Legends. League of Legends.
No,
League
but
of
Justice
Legends.
League. He's just saying it was a great series, and it was. It was a really good series.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Yeah. Arcane season 2. Yeah. Epicus is saying I'm tired of waiting for Arcane season 2.
Yep.
Voltron is really good too.
So
really,
real
really
quick,
good.
Matt Astro Gaming asked me, "Will be selling products? I'm gonna have some products there to try out. As many things I could ship out there, but there won't be anything to buy. Well, I'm gonna point you to the website because honestly, that's gonna be the cheapest way, and I'm not gonna be able to really. These stuff is heavy. I mean, metal and plastic, and I sure couldn't take my GRS rifle on a plane. So
yeah, that's not good.
No, that's gonna be difficult to do. So my plan is just to be there with a couple of computers so you guys can try the stuff out there, but then order it through the website. But thanks for asking.
Did you see, Glenn, the Pandora's Box people made a light gun Pandora's Box?
They did. It's crap. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's nice. Wonderful. Meaning there's potential there is what I'm trying to say. Meaning a kit like that would be awesome. But
they're still using. Here's my big thing, and this is one of the things I did.
They're using those little laser things up in the corner.
Yeah, when you have a monitor and you got to put things on the monitor,
it sucks.
It may work okay, but like I took my gun and have a video projector over here, I had a CRT here, and I had an LCD here, and I went bang, 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 bang. I can go all those screens, and as long as that white border's on there, it works.
Good to go.
Right. You don't have to keep messing with it. But again, not to say those guns are any worse, and not too many people are going to sit there going between different screens to do it. But like my Build-A-Cade, I even had the Sinden light gun working on my Build-A-Cade's little screen.
On the little screen.
On the little screen. I had the white border. I was playing Alien 3 on it. Again, people probably not going to do that, but you sure are not going to do that with infrared very easily.
Yeah.
That's just me. To each his own. To each his own. Oh,
so I wonder. Bang. You got blue there going on.
Yeah, I just went back. Move it back a little bit.
I got a question for you, Glenn.
Yes.
Maybe these guys, it's all on their minds. Maybe not. When you're looking for ideas for hardware, do you go with your team and you come up with ideas, or do you say, hey, community, give me some ideas on what you'd like to see as far as an arcade piece of hardware or MAME or whatever?
I'm being honest, right now, all the stuff I'm doing is stuff that I feel that I would want. Whether all the controls are done for now, and the Viper, but we still have
What's the Viper again?
The Vipers are my SBC. It's a Raspberry Pi 4.
Oh killer. Yeah, okay.
That's what that's.
Yeah.
But okay. There's a roadmap. There's a reason to my madness for everything we're doing right now. These little steps.
That's good.
You know, starting with the 1/6 scale and a Viper, and then, you know, who knows what comes after that. But
that's good.
I will be at some point asking people, you know, what would the community like to see coming out next. But right now, our plates are still full with what we're doing right now. And Jason, thank you so much for the super chat here. Wonderful new hardware, as always, Glenn. Thank you so much for continuing to bring us new products. And, you know, thank you. First of all, thanks, Jason, for the super chat. You know, I wish more people did these things. My big problem is I'm tired of companies releasing stuff in games and everything wrong. And by I mean wrong, not playing it the right
way.
Yeah,
Crap, you mean?
I think if At Games put a little potentiometer on their Atari handheld, that would have sold so much better. I would love to take around a little portable, have a little potentiometer in there and play Kaboom or Circus Atari and Breakout.
You know what sucks with these companies? I'm going to tell you.
Yep.
And you nailed it on the head there, but I'll give you the ColecoVision flashback as an example. They made joystick molds, okay, from scratch.
Yes.
They had no inclination to go, hey, wait a minute. Maybe people will buy our things just to replace their ColecoVision joysticks at home on their real ColecoVisions. No. They made it completely incompatible to plug in there.
Yes.
Which was, I don't know who was sales pitching that or whatever, but it's dumb. Like, you could make it work with your new machine, no problem.
But
if somebody really wanted,
I know for a fact they goofed the Intellivision flashback. If you have an Intellivision 2, the controller would have worked. It'll work.
That's what I mean.
But they screwed up with the
who's watching.
They even screwed up the color of the keypad. They made it black.
That's right.
White.
I know. Who didn't pay attention there? Is drunk at the wheel? Like, I don't get it.
You know,
people would get fired for that stuff. You know,
I collected all of the At Games products because of I saw the advertisement for the Intellivision and ColecoVision one coming out, and I was very disappointed with the ColecoVision one. I mean, the console looks nice, got some good games on there, I guess, but they screwed up. Basically, they just screwed up.
They just slapped whatever they could get their hands on and didn't pick out any good games at all.
Oh,
so it's like, what the hell, you know? Like,
JLS gave me a super chat. Hold on. Hey,
$1.99.
I will. But you have to call me Nighthawk.
But that's the thing. These companies, that's for Steven. But in the end, you're like, okay, well, why these people are taking the time, big money, to make molds for these machines, all that stuff. And there's not a single person in the room that goes, hey, let's make these things work with the original ColecoVision so people can buy 5 of them and replace or 10 controllers or whatever, you know, on their old machines, and we'll sell the machines anyways.
Right.
No. Nobody had the simple, bright idea to do that. It's who the hell runs these places? You know what I mean? That's the thing that baffles me, is that oh yeah, we love the ColecoVision. We'll get to know the problems of the ColecoVision and then figure out if you can make it work in your advantage. Like, I mean, it's kind of like you with your joysticks. Half of the joysticks that are out there are crap. But if you make quality ones, people will notice, and people build it and they shall come, as they say in that baseball movie, right?
That's been my hope, that people will find it. You know, I have 2 dream projects, and these are 2 projects that are probably, 3 projects, probably never happen. But if I ever do make the big time, I would like to make modern replica Atari 5200 controllers, because that system would have done so much better if it had decent controllers on it. I would like to build a GRS Vectrex, bring that back, GCC's Vectrex. I think that's a system that so many people did not get a chance to try out.
I never got a chance.
And it's a phenomenal machine. And I also would like to, I'm supposed to prepare a thought, if you had the Vectrex. Oh, the NTEX Adventure Vision, which would probably be, no one would really want it, but I would. I mean, I built one myself using a screen, I have a video on it, but that's like a holy grail machine. These are things that's how crazy I get, and they're gonna like restrain me a little bit. Like, Glenn, calm down. But those are things like I would want to do if I could. So, Steve, what do you think about the new Atari 2600 Plus?
We touched on that last week.
We
a
did,
little
but
bit.
Bill's bringing it up here, and I know the controllers are all
Hey,
the same.
if I'll give you an example. I have a few Ataris, and getting a joystick that I don't have to go dig up my Commodore 64 ones, you know, I don't know.
They're basically the
I
same as
think
Atari,
it's
but gray or tan, right?
What's that? See,
original.
if you look, wait, hold on. This is a Commodore 64 one right here. It's made by Wyco or
yes,
whatever.
yes.
Wyco.
But the original Coleco, I'm sorry, the original Commodore controller was just a tan.
There is none. Oh, there is, but it's crap, and it had one button in the middle. But
Gotcha.
yes, it was beige. Yes, and what I'm getting at, if the Atari 2600 Plus uses the real things, that one there is going to be a little harder sell, because if I can't put in my Harmony cart in there, that thing is a doorstop.
It's not going to work. I can tell you right now, it's not going to work.
Oh, but that's what I mean. I've only have like about 30 2600 games, that I've collected over the years. But I use the Harmony cart to actually do whatever. If it doesn't work, I'm not buying it.
Well, I can tell you, I'd save you money next. I know that's not going to work.
But they're shoving in cartridges in these things.
They are, but if you notice, the cartridge that comes with the 10 games has dip switches.
Oh, I know.
So you need to set it to one particular ROM. So a flash cartridge, again, it does load it into RAM. I guess in theory it might work, but I don't have high hopes that's going to work.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. But as far as that, if somebody buys it for me for Christmas, fine. But I'm not running out and getting it.
I am going to get one when it's kind of an Amazon
on sale.
Yeah, that's when I'll get it, because
in the bargain bin.
Yeah, I mean, it's neat looking. I do like the little Atari logo that lights up. That was stupid, but that Atari going bleep and lighting up excites me. I do wish if it was a 6 switch, I would have bought it. I would have bought a 6 switch. So I don't understand why you're taking the late generation
25 cents for 2 more switches. It's too much money.
You're taking the late generation. If you're going to be doing this, you should be doing your heavy 6er version. It should be the smooth curved sides, not the angled sides. It should have the 6 switches on the front. And I would like to have seen the Atari and maybe an option to put the Sears Telegames wood on the front and stuff.
Or make it a Vader or something at least. Or
the Vader was a 4 switch too. So I'm just saying, when you're building a classic console, you should have went with your first generation one. That was a 6 switch, heavy 6er. That's the one you should have built, not the 4 switch. The 4 switch was a cheap late generation. You should have did the Junior then. Make a 2600
While you're at
Junior.
it, yeah. It's not recognizable. That's probably why they didn't bother with that one, because
I guess
everybody remembers the wood grain for some reason, just like an old station wagon. They remember the wood grain on the side of it, and that's it. That's all,
They do.
So
but
I don't even own a flashback, by the way, a ColecoVision flashback. I don't even own one.
I have them all, and actually a friend of mine, Mary Parker, had actually found one that I couldn't find. It was a Flashback 64, and she'd gotten off eBay, and she was a little disappointed because when the person sold it, said the box was in good condition. And when I got it, they must have cut out the UPC or something, so it was a big cut out of the box. But it was really nice that she went and found. I couldn't find the 64 anywhere. It was a limited run.
What is it, the Commodore 64?
No, it's an Atari Flashback 2600 with 64 games on it.
Oh,
okay. They had like 50 and 100. 64 was kind of a rare one. And actually, there's a guy
I got the 2600 one you sent me a few Christmases ago, the handheld.
Yep.
That works pretty good.
It's nice, and it's got the SD cards to load games, but why not put in 2 more effing cents and put a small spinner on it? Even, you know what?
Play Kaboom or something.
And that one, I may have even said okay with the clicky one, because I would have.
You can't even play Kaboom with a joystick at all.
No, that kills me. It kills me.
You're torturing yourself if you're doing that.
And I still have. They were at like Walgreens, and I got them like $8. I bought like 10 of them. I had a bunch of them. That I was giving away just because.
I'm still looking for a ColecoVision flashback, not to play with, but just to have it.
They're rare. There wasn't really overall. In television,
in Canada, they were at that place called Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yes.
I was like, why the hell is it sold there? Why'd you put it in Walmart or wherever, anywhere? And then where I live, the nearest Bed Bath and Beyond is in Toronto and Ottawa, and that's like an 8-hour drive. It's like, I'm not driving 8 hours to go get a flashback.
No, Paul said this real quick. He's a sucker for the Atari logo. I am as well. And I have to admit, although Atari is not anymore what Atari used to be, I do like the fact that they are making attempts at making some hardware, making some games. Now, that $1,000 cartridge recreation was insane. I wasn't touching that with a 10-foot pole. But I do like that Atari is still trying to stay slightly relevant.
That's right. Unlike Coleco, where they're not.
Well, Atari, at least as a brand, even though it's been sold off to Infogrames, and it's still around. Coleco pretty much was purchased by, I think, a Chinese company, and they'll release you a foot massager, a Coleco foot massager, or a Coleco back hair scrubber. That's what it is. And that's a shame. But I know, like, Epic, not Epic. It's not Epic. There was the Collectivision guys, I think, got it. Not Epic.
Oh, Exity.
I like that brand is back. It's not obviously what it was.
Was it JLS? Not JLS. Sorry. It's the one with the rainbow, the logo, the really crappy movie
JLN
release.
JLN.
JLN, yeah, not JLS. Sorry, JLS, not you. The one where they released the NES games that were like Back to the Future,
right,
and no effort in the movie making games or whatever. Right. It's like LJN. That's what it is.
LJN.
LJN.
I have to admit, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Irate Gamer, but he has a lot of skits with them. He even goes into the office and, like, shoots the head off of the president of LJN. Now, a funny story. My cousin Anthony was an artist, and he actually worked for LJN. And it was LJN. It was two companies and Acclaim. It was LJN and Acclaim, and I think he worked for the Acclaim part of it as a graphic designer. He was there like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then they went bankrupt and they were gone.
Oh, that sucks.
So, but
Acclaim stayed around for into the Xbox days and everything, and then Acclaim stayed alive during the Xbox GameCube days.
Well, I'm going to admit, PS2. I enjoyed my Mortal Kombat, my SNES Mortal Kombat. That was by Acclaim. I did like it. So that's one game that they played. Cool. Now, here's the thing. Upkus put in here, nobody ever asked for an Atari Jaguar remake. I would love a small little Atari Mini. No, Jaguar Mini.
Mini.
Yep, I'd like to see
there's a guy cranking out the cases for a chameleon thing or whatever. Well, they was.
Yeah. Well, you can still
That's
go to
what
the
he
dentist.
should have done with those cases, and make like a flashback.
Well, you can still go to the dentist and get them. Go to the dentist.
The dentist. That's the Amiga CD32.
No, but they have the Jaguar cases too. If you go to a dentist, the Jaguar case is used for one of their light cameras in there. But look up the Atari Jaguar Dental. Yeah, that's what the cases will be used for now.
The dentists love the consoles. They just
apparently. Oh, look, I always get his name wrong. Rotundo. Which I am so sorry I butchered your name, man. I really am. It looks like he was a tester at Acclaim in high school.
Ricciardello.
Thank you. Ricciardello. Thank you.
You got to take it in pieces.
I guess.
It says ritual and then D-E-L.
I can't even speak properly about a lisp. You want me to read it the right way? Come on. Hey, we got 19K Fox in the house, man. He's going to be going to the Glenn Kissing booth at the Cleveland Game Expo. He'll be first online for the Glenn Kissathon.
I've been bugging the crap out of him for his Unico 26-inch monitor, and then I shot him over to Retro RGB to go look at that review. It's a nightmare of a shit show for now. Hopefully they fix it with a firmware update, but I'm not touching that monitor.
I'm going to leave this up for 1 second. Keep talking. I brought this up before, but hold on 1 second.
Yeah, so I watched your videos, Fox, and pretty interesting little saga there with these Unico monitors. So I'm really, really hoping they're going to fix their issues and all that stuff.
Okay, I'm going to bring this.
Go out and buy one.
I'll bring this up for Adam. So next would be the 49 gate stick. Now, we came up with this about 2.5 years ago, and that's what this is, a Tron stick, but it is a what we'll call the 49-way stick, it's been on our back burner for a long time. These were actually originally made for Richie Knuckles. He was going to be making a dual stick game. I can't say what the game it was because I don't know if it's still an ND on it. 2 of these sticks were going to be used, and it's the same Hall effect technology that you would use as a 49 way. Again, this has been sitting on my shelf for the past 2 years, and it may come out at some point, but we haven't. We've had other things more important, like the
Did
Ikara
you
Warriors
just say
stick.
49 way?
Yes.
That sounds like a really exciting porno movie or something. There, I don't know.
David does 49.
I don't know.
That's what it is.
So, hey, did we talk about Twisted Metal yet?
No, we can't forget about Twisted Metal.
So I've been watching Twisted Metal, and I'm not a PS1 fan of the game or anything like that. But you know what? Go watch it, guys. It's actually interesting. I forget the actor's name that plays the new Captain America from the MCU. He played Falcon.
Yes,
and he's in there, and he does a really good job. It's actually pretty cool. They got like
I'm sorry, Thor. That was funny as hell, man.
Drywalling. Yeah, he does actually. He has shorts drywalling his arcade.
Maybe you could do some tutorials. I can use that in here. So
this is how you mud a wall.
Yes,
and for your arcade.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
This is the Fox Drywalling channel coming at you live. It's funny. So yeah, go watch Twisted Metal, guys. It's not bad. It's actually interesting what they've done with a weird game like that. You know, was it Virtual on Glen?
Yeah, he's talking about the dual Richie Knuckles sticks.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the porno thing I made earlier comment, but never mind. Move along. Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. So it's so what's on the agenda in the next few weeks? What do we got? Exciting guests coming or anything?
I do have some. I'm waiting to hear back from some people.
Yeah.
Right now, I just have so many. I got so many videos I got to pump out. I'm behind on videos. I still have to do my video on the Virtual Boy Flash cart. I finally found my controllers. My Virtual Boy pulled down. Remember when he was on the show a while ago for the Virtual Boy?
Yeah.
It was quite some time ago, and I couldn't find the controls anywhere.
There was snow on the ground when he came, wasn't there?
Yes, that's how long it's been. My Virtual Boy's been sitting down here, and I couldn't find the controllers. And then I went to a box that should have nothing in it, and what's this box in here? And sure enough, my controllers, power supply, all my cartridges for Virtual Boy, for some reason, were in this box that I never would have looked at in a million years. I was going to throw it out. Thankfully, I did not throw it out and looked in it first. So I got to do that video. I have so much Viper testing that has to be done. We have some new stuff with the GRS Build-A-Cade that we're looking to do. I can't talk about it yet, but Build-A-Cade's got a lot more little goodies coming out for it.
Cool stuff coming.
Cool stuff. But I got to also get ready for the show. I have to get a couple of computers ready for my GRS shotgun, the yoke, the Ikara Warrior stick. I got to get them out there, and a banner. So a lot of stuff. I'm really hoping that the show is gonna be good. Now it's gonna be interesting because we're going to the show, but also Michael B's gonna be there, 90K Fox is gonna be there, Council Kits is gonna be there, Stephen Haywood's gonna be there, P-Dubs is gonna be there, Congress Russ is gonna be there.
Where's this in Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland. It's basically, I don't know if it's gonna be a bachelor party, the Hangover, or a gaming convention. I'm not quite sure what it's gonna turn out to be. I'm a little nervous because I didn't go to the other ones that the guys went to, like the Arcade had a convention and these other gaming shows. So I'm an old man, and these are youngins, and they could probably party all night.
They'll be up till 3 a.m, and you'll be like snoozing on the couch.
I'll be at the. I'm gonna be at the 4 o'clock dinner. 4 o'clock dinner, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm going to eat. It's 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
well, that's good.
or I'm gonna be on a roof somewhere stuck, and they're all gonna be looking for me all over town. And
it's like Hangover.
My finger, I have to cut off a finger and throw it down, or throw a mattress off the roof of the place. That's gonna be me.
As long as you get all this stuff on video, you'll be fine. You'll be able to make a whole new video, maybe a new channel, just based on that experience alone, and that's it. I would totally go if it wasn't so damn far. So
it's a hike. I mean, it's for me. I mean, I know Stephen Haywood. It's like an hour and a half for him to drive, so that's not too bad.
That's nothing.
For me, it'd be like, I don't know, 15 hours, however long it would take to come from New York. And I hate driving. And because my Comma 2 doesn't work anymore and my car doesn't drive itself anymore, I don't want to do that. So
don't want to end up in the ditch or anything, right?
Yeah. So I'll be flying out. I'm leaving LaGuardia. I'm going to go on a Delta, fly out there. A good friend, Tim, is going to pick me up from the airport and give me some lodging, whatever. Place to sleep.
Place to crash.
Place to crash. He's been really nice. He actually.
I think they call that lodging.
Lodging. Thank you. I was trying to get that word out.
And I'm the French guy. What the hell?
Too much margarita. I drink my margaritas, every Friday night.
Yeah, sure. Pickle your liver.
That's it.
So tonight's sponsor for the episode was
is me.
The Fox Drywalling channel.
Oh, that Fox Drywalling. Yeah, we should say it. That's true.
Fox Drywalling Incorporated. So you guys head on over there, and he'll show you how to build an arcade just like that.
That's it. And he's doing a good job. I mean, the only reason, to be honest.
Oh, he is. I actually, my dad was a construction worker. He built houses and all that stuff, and I'm watching him going, okay, is he like this? I don't know if some of you remember John's Arcade. He had.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that guy was a handful of thumbs. Nice guy, just a handful of thumbs. I watched him work and it made me cringe in my seat. But when I'm watching Fox, I'm like, oh, okay, he's using a skill saw properly. He's not going to cut off his fingers. He's running his wiring pretty good. I know the code's different in the U.S. than in Canada, but I'd watch some people do stuff on YouTube, and oh my God, it's like it makes me cringe. So, hey, we're just about out of time.
We are. I just want to say real quick. The reason I have not done the drywalling back down here yet is I'm still concerned about water coming in. I tried doing the best I can for water management, but I'm still concerned about that. So I'm trying to find.
Did more come in?
No, but I'm just worried about it. It happened.
Okay, gotcha.
So
it's going to happen if it's going to happen.
Well, I want to try and almost find like a plastic drywall. You know what I'm saying? Something that if it gets wet, I'm not going to care. I've already made sure everything down here is either up on, in plastic bins or off the floor, just in case.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare, and
get a blue skin or whatever on your foundation, and that'll stop it.
That would also stop it. No more rain.
Yeah, but you got to move further south, and even then they're getting floods. So
true.
Isn't it Florida getting all kinds of floods?
Yeah,
in China,
my friend Mary Parker's in Florida. She's had a hurricane down there, and apparently it wasn't too bad. Where she was after, it was still like 70, 80 mile an hour winds. Where she was.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's like me after Taco Bell. Look out. So on that note,
it's time for us to wrap it up.
It's 9:00. We'll be back next week. We should have a guest on. I'll know if they said yes or not by then, hopefully. Yep. But as always, we appreciate you guys spending time with us, just being two idiots, or at least one idiot and one normal guy, having a conversation.
We'll wear the T-shirts. I'm with stupid.
Yeah, that's it. Well, kind of Rick and Morty's kind of. I'll be Morty, you be Rick.
Kind of like that. Sure. Yeah.
Do that. So we do appreciate Super Game Room Dudes is kicking off right now. It's a 3-day weekend. I hope you guys are spending some special time with your family and friends, or just relaxing if you can. But we always appreciate, right, Steve? We always appreciate these guys hanging out with us.
We do. Yeah, we totally do. Yeah. So
all right. So again, Cleveland Gaming Expo, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. I will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all day. Unless these guys leave me stuck drunk in a prison jail cell somewhere or in a ditch.
Full cavity search for Glenn.
Full cavity search. So with that, Super Gamer Dudes, like I said, is kicking off right now. Please let them know that Kickin'it Old Skool, say the guys over there. But Steve, what do we say to everyone at the end of the day?
Appreciate your loved ones. Give them a big fat kiss, hugs. Tell them you appreciate them. And I don't know if I forgot more, but game on is the last little bit.
That's it. And when you come to Cleveland, kiss for me. Come to the kissing booth.
Yeah, give him a big lick on the cheek or something or whatever.
No COVID. I don't want no COVID.
No COVID. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Have
a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Or we could say on the web. Is
on
that
the flip side?
No, I could say on the web. That would be cooperated with Super Game Room Dudes, I think.
Oh, maybe.
All right. Anyway, have a good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Game on.
Sit, Blue, sit.